Hi, welcome, Kat from Sacred Soul Rising. So today I want to talk about why tarot and oracle and psychic readings are not great for this journey. It's not often talked about, and I want to explain and maybe give you a deeper understanding on why. Now, do I read oracle cards? Do I read tarot? Do I conduct psychic readings? Have I done for over 20 years? Yes. Do I believe that there is anything bad in them? Do I think they're bad? No, I love them. But on this journey is not about two people. This is about the one soul and awakening. So we have to approach the journey quite differently. And I want to delve in now on why this can actually, whatever you are seeking outside of yourself, and let me say this, when you're early on in the journey and you're trying to figure out what is happening to you, that is normally the first place that you go to. But if you're, and you will see, sometimes, I will do oracle readings, but I'm not approaching it from a prediction way, i.e. in March 2024, this is going to happen. Now, we can read the collective energy, but it's collective. And what you need to be careful of when you are searching for readings and going down trying to figure out the journey is you're not backdoor feeding. Backdoor feeding is what I call feeding in a way that's not very obvious, but it still holds you in pain on this journey. Now, all my work is about helping you shift from feeling that pain and feeling that confusion and looping into a place of empowerment, into a place of sovereignty, into a place of learning that you are now, learning how to alchemize your own spiritual energy, your own frequency, and the frequency of the one soul, which is the shared energetic field. Now, what I will say is that when you are catapulted into this journey, there is so much happening and going on energetically, because the third energy, you are learning how to maneuver between your energy and that third energy. You're also learning how to release all that low dense frequency and move into a higher frequency. Your whole light field is changing. You're moving from a very carbon dense body into a multidimensional being. Now, this is not easy, and this is not easy for anybody who is going through an awakening, but on this journey, you have extreme levels of dopamine as well. Why do we have dopamine? Dopamine is a hormone. It is a hormone that is created. Now, lots of ways can create dopamine or excess dopamine in the body. But one of it is when you have extreme pleasure, extreme love and connection. And this is a very addictive energy. And that's why when you reach that soul recognition where the energy builds to a certain point, and that's normally when separation happens. But at that point, you have real extreme levels of the dopamine hormone in your system. So coupled then with that, you are then going through an awakening and you're going through all this massive energetic shifts, plus all this light frequency that you are moving through, and then you've got the Kundalini activating. Is it any wonder that you are curled up in a ball on the floor or searching like a mad woman or madman trying to figure out what is going on? Is it any wonder that you go and turn to readings? No. And I want you to know that sometimes it serves a purpose because it helps just almost give you comfort. But long term, this will not help you. Why? because this is an awakening journey, and an awakening journey is an awakening of shifting from mind and ego into soul. Now, mind and ego is not a bad thing, like I always say, but mind and ego comes from a place of trying to figure out, of trying to understand, of trying to, get a deep knowledge of what is happening to you. But we know this is a soul's journey. A soul's journey is an inner knowing. And so you are going through energetic shifts. While ever you are searching for that knowledge outside of yourself, you will stay in pain, because the mind and the ego operates from a place of fear and lack often, and from a place of needing more and more and more. And remember, you've got this high level of dopamine as well. So it's craving, it's needing that knowledge. It's needing more of that excess feeling. And so this is why it is key on the journey to really detox. You are detoxing not really from the person, you're detoxing from that crazy toxic energy that has built up through that bubble love phase. But you are also then starting to shift and realize that this journey is an inner journey. This journey you will learn to and you learn through being to spiritually mature. You will learn to start to observe. So when those core wounds are activated, i.e. feeling that lack, fear, abandonment, betrayal, initially when you feel abandonment or you feel fear and lack, you need validation. You need somebody to validate you, to say, you're okay, do not worry, union is coming. But while ever you are doing that, while ever you are trying to figure out what is happening between what you believe is the both of you, but really is the one soul, you are stuck in that cycle of pain. You are stuck in that looping of pain. This journey, to really shift on this journey, you have to detox, and you have to go really hardcore and bring all the energy back to you. When you start to shift into this frequency, then you can reach the next stage, which is the surrender. Surrendering in to divine, to source, to knowing that you hold all the knowledge. This journey is an activation of you coming into that unity consciousness, into your divine power, into your divine source. It's not an easy process, this. I really want to emphasize that. What you are going through, don't reprimand yourself. Don't think you have failed. You have not failed on this journey. This journey is a journey of awakening. It is walking a path of enlightenment. And that's why you go through, like I've said before, why you feel the skin irritation, why your hair might change, where your looks might change, where your eyes change, where you feel that you have this telepathic communication, where suddenly when you're falling asleep, you can feel and know all these deep inner knowings, and then they start to happen. This journey is an activation. You are now, as well as everything else I've talked about, so soul recognition, the Kundalini, all the high levels of dopamine that is flooding your body, which through detox you start to release, or you start to not release, but you bring down, and you're not in that crazy energy, but you're also going through this powerful awakening. And I want you to know that you can't go backwards on this journey. It's a forward moving journey, but at this time you can choose the higher path, or you can stay looping and in pain and trying to understand. And that's why having readings on this journey will only feed the mind and the ego. It will only come from a place of trying to understand what is going to happen on your journey. What you are really invited in to do on this journey is really connecting with source and soul and surrender and trust that you are on the journey of your life. And you will know, if you're on this journey, you will know, because you will know by what you are shifting through. You will know by how suddenly your clairs, your clairaudient, your clairsentient is all turned on. And, suddenly you understand things at such a deeper level. You are seeing, those signs and synchronicities and that 1-1, 111, that 222, the 333, all showing you. And, you will be bombarded at times, but there is also times where it will stop as well. And these times are when you are being projected into the next level, where you are being invited into, really up level. This journey, you will constantly shift, and people often on this journey, once they get to a certain point, they realize that they are now wanting to not be in service to self, they are wanting to be in service to others. They are wanting to really help and make a difference in the world. And they're an empath, and they can't do that old way. You can try go back to the old way of working. You can try and go back to the old life, but it will feel so uncomfortable. Why is that? Because you are here to be that beamer of light, to be that way shower, to help set the new templates of love and relationships and how we show up in the world, even career. Once we're activated on this journey, on an awakening journey, on the path of enlightenment, how you operate in the world changes at every level. And that's why my combined soul coaching course is there, because so many people would come to me and go, Kat, I know that you've taught soul coaching for so long, you've helped other people. Can you help me? I realize that I'm not here to work those 30, 40, 50-hour weeks. I'm here to create a life where I can go out to the beach and feed my soul. I can go to the forest. I can go to the mountaintops. But I'm still able to create abundance in my life. And not only just in my life, in others too. You see, once you shift on this journey, you realize that you can manifest anything, but it's not from a place of desire and want. It is a place from being in that frequency. And that's why it's so important to get out of that lower dense frequency of looking outside of yourself and realize that you are the creator. You can manifest anything that you need and want into your life when you shift energetically. This journey is an energetic shift. Whenever you approach it from mind and ego of trying to understand, you're not energetically shifting. You're keeping yourself in the pain and in the looping. Once you surrender into soul and shift into soul, then you can energetically shift. And when you energetically shift on this journey, everything changes. If you need more help and support, my website's there. It's got everything in there from, quantum healing, how to really, change your whole life, change how you show up in the world, change how your vibration is, how to coach at a soul level, how to create a soul-led business so you're no longer working those crazy hours. You maybe work 1-2 hours a day, and the rest of the time you're living your life from a soul perspective, because that's the journey. You're here on this journey, not to stay in pain, not to suffer, but to be in that abundant energy. It is a vibrant energy. It's a flourishing energy. And only you can change it when you stop looking outside of yourself and know that you hold all the tools. You are here as that creator, and the universe wants to create through you. I hope this helps. I send you so much love.